Okay, some positive news if you're an LA Chargers fan. Let's take a look at the offensive depth chart now that things have really settled in, right? Free agency and the draft. Of course, Justin Herbert at quarterback, Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins at running back, fine. But the big area that everyone's kind of had circled all offseason is wide receiver. And the reason wide receiver is so important is because it, you can just really impact the game at the greatest clip at wide receiver and throwing the ball. So you have to be good there. And when you already have a quarterback, you've got one half of the equation already. You need some receivers. And so it's like, man, what a shame to have Justin Herbert not have any receivers. Well, here we go. The Chargers go into the offseason and they get Ladd McConkey, DJ Chark, Brendan Rice, Cornelius Johnson to add to Joshua Palmer and Quintin Johnston. And Quintin Johnston is going to make or break this whole wide receiver room. And so Joe Ortiz was asked about him, and here's what he had to say. And this is a great update if you're a Chargers fan. He said, Quintin was a player we liked in Baltimore as well last year, a player that I liked. When you look at him, when he's coming out of college, he has elite speed and size. You saw some rawness in his game, but you also saw the ability for as big as he is, 6'3", 220. You watch him drop his weight, getting out of breaks, come to balance at the top of the route, get out quickly. He can do some rare things for a player his size. Jim was on the other sideline in one of his better games, TCU versus Michigan, and we've all seen it. We believe in it. He's a great kid. He's a great worker. Everyone has a high opinion of him. We think he's really going to launch. I really do. His skill set is great. We're going to work with him and make him better and better. Man, I mean, I get it, right? You can say all these things, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to go out and make it happen. And so one of the things that if you're a Chargers fan and you look at your roster, if he's good, let's just pretend for a second that Quintin Johnston is good. You know, Ladd McConkey is going to figure this out. It might take him 4 games, 5 games, right, to really kind of get going. He's a rookie, so you don't want to expect the world out of him right at the beginning. But the way he plays, the quickness, the crispness of his routes are so nice that he gets open. Brendan Rice is going to get this. Chark's a veteran. So if you just assume that he's going to be good, then all of a sudden this offense looks fine. But if he's bad, then this offense just doesn't look good. And I don't want to put it on one player, but you can see what I'm saying with Quintin Johnston. It really has to come down to him. So remember, this guy was an absolute stud out of TCU. He's got the size, he's got the speed. Now he gets to the NFL and he has problems separating. Straight up, like he cannot separate. And when you can't separate, it's tough. Like that's just the world we live in 2024, where you have to get open. There's too many jet motions, too many ways to match you up with favorable matchups, that if you can't get open, it makes it really difficult to get the ball to you. So when you see the Chargers really high on him, then Ortiz has a smirk when discussing the rest of the wide receiver group. You stack Ladd, Brendan Rice, Cornelius Johnson, and DJ Chark into that room, it's going to be competitive. And man, I like DJ Chark. He was with the Lions, and he's good. And he's just been in some weird situations. I think he can really be a good player. Johnston struggled during his rookie campaign. The first-round pick caught, like half his passes for 431 and 2 touchdowns. In an era which rookie receivers have hit the ground running, his lack of production, particularly given the injuries in the wide receiver room, was notable. He struggled to gain separation, was out-muscled at the point of a catch point, and he suffered drops. So all things you don't want to see. And right, so number one was just because of a lot of wide receivers are hitting the ground running their rookie year. Jamar Chase, even Jameson Williams, he was out his rookie year. He was injured, but he comes right in. He's catching deep balls. It's like, okay, like wide receivers can kind of make it happen. That's why they're so valuable. They can make an immediate impact and a really big impact. So for him not to, is just like, come on, dude. And he couldn't get separation. Seemed like he was out muscled at the point of the catch and he had drops. Man, if he can get separation, have more confidence at the point of the catch and not drop the ball, like, and I know this is all easy for me to say, like, yeah, just do those things. But you see that it can work. And so let me know if you're a Chargers fan, if this is something where you're like, no, I watched him and this guy, there's no way. Or you know what? We're running the ball, things are working, we can get him the ball. I think he's gonna be okay. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.